Hello everyone and welcome back to more Mario vs Donkey Kong, and in this episode we will be finishing off this game once and for all by going through the final parts of Twilight City and defeating the final boss. Should be good. Although we'll just see what it's like later.
Here we go.
Okay, I've got to say, after playing a bit of Mario vs Donkey Kong, well, even though I've been playing it through this LP and all, it's a game where a lot of trial and error is required. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a puzzle game and all, and it's lots of fun, but it's one of those games that, you know, you can't get through a level like first try, let's just say. You have to learn from your mistakes and all. And if you ask me, this seems to be the sort of games that I like. I like games where if you make a mistake in that, you can learn from it so you won't do it next time and all. And that's something that Mario vs Donkey Kong does that makes me really like the game. I mean, after all, even if I play a video game and that, I do want to learn some things in life, like learning that sometimes bad ideas can be better than good and all that. But even still, this one's really weird how to get the star and all. Well, at least this is how I do it anyway. There may be other methods and all, but this is the one that I usually choose because it makes it a bit easier if you ask me. Basically, it involves a lot of sequence breaking with your parkour moves. Seriously, at this point, if you don't know your parkour moves and that, you may struggle through the game just a bit. Trying to get the stars, shall I say. If you're just planning on going through the game normally, then just do it the way you usually do it. And I may have just made the mic go a bit strange there because, well, I just sort of blew into it. I don't even know why I'm going on about this, that's weird. It's also nice to see these enemies return. Honestly, these enemies aren't used that much in the game. They're equivalent to, like, say, bob-ombs in Mario games, because, I mean, yeah, sure, they appear in every Mario game and all, but they don't appear that much, you know, which is weird, because, like, in Mario 64, they appear, like, a couple of times. In Mario Sunshine, they, like, appear, I don't know, around 3 or 4. They're kind of underused, in my opinion. So, the same with these guys here and all, but still. Yeah, I know, that's a bit strange how you do it. Again, you don't have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it in order to get the stars and all. But I just prefer doing it like this because it makes it a bit easier for me. By all means, have your own ways to clear this game, I don't mind. But I'm just choosing the best ways for me possible. You can follow if you want, but it's up to you. So be very careful on that bit because the game is so evil to do that. If you swing too much and jump, you're likely to hit the spikes, and that's no good. Did I get the star? Ah, thank God I did. That always scares me whenever, like, the score just pops up and it's already, you know, your timer is ticking down and you're like, oh, is it going to go past the star or is it not? I don't know. I guess either that or I'm just a bit weird. Even still. Again, I think Donkey Kong's animation there looks like it's made in Flash and all, but let's see. We got a 1-up. That's good. Oh, wow. I have 72 lives. Good grief. That's different. Pretty cool. Like I was saying though in like the last episode, collecting 1-ups in this game is important as they don't reset. It's amazing. There's actually a Mario game where your lives don't reset. It's incredible. Although I will agree, like in this game, let's just say Mario's model isn't the sharpest. The resolution is a bit weird and all, and he looks a bit blurry, but I don't really judge the games by the graphics and all. I judge them by the gameplay. That probably explains why I like classic games more than modern games. No, I'm not saying modern games suck or anything, but I'm just saying that I like classic gaming better. At least that's what I find. If you like modern gaming, then sure, go ahead. That's weird, I'm like giving people informative information about how we play games and all. This isn't really a Let's Play anymore, is it? I also like how the music, you know, even if it's in the final level and all, they tone it down a bit, making it not as serious, so that you can concentrate on what you're doing, and that it fits the pace of the level. At least that's what I find anyway. Let's see, am I supposed to get down there? Oh my god! I was supposed to jump and then somehow turn back, but for some reason he didn't do it. Oh well, I guess I have to start again by going to the first round. Ugh. Oh my goodness me, good grief, that almost hit me right there. I guess you could say there's also another thing that kind of bugs me on this game, but this usually happens on most games in general. there's a lot of slowdown here and there. You may have not noticed it that much for the LP, but when it comes later, onwards to the next level with the mini Marios, there is a whole lot of slowdown, let me just say, and it's kind of annoying, but you get used to it after a while and all, but, you know, it's just a shame that some of the best games and all have slowdown. I mean, Ocarina of Time has slowdown, Wind Waker has a bit of slowdown here and there, especially in the Wii U version. Speaking of which, actually, there's one thing I don't get. Why is Wind Waker so sharp on the GameCube, yet in the Wii U version, there is loads of slowdown? Like, literally. Even on just small things, like things blown up and all, the Wii U has so much slowdown, and it's weird because it's a more powerful console. I don't get it at all. But it doesn't make the game bad and all, it's still a solid port. Probably one of my favourite Wii U games, to be honest. But, even still. At this point, the game's a bit evil, as it expects you to use the bars and then go past, but if you just do a well-timed jump with your hands down and all, you should be able to make it, so that's all good. I also like how with the bob-ombs, if you just throw them onto little squares, you don't have to worry about them walking off, since, you know, they can't really go anywhere. They act like the Koopas, let's just say. Can I make it? Oh, goodness me, that was so close right there. It was always like Mission Impossible. What? I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. But anyway, let's just collect the final Mini Mario in Twilight City. And then rescue them. That's really weird. Did I get it? Yes, I did. Brilliant. We're on a roll, actually. I've only died once. Pretty cool. So, with all that, we now have to free the Mini Marios. And let me just say, this level right here is like a clone of World 4-3. I thought World 4-3 was bad enough with trying to get the star, but this is just pure evil. Let me just say, you have to be super, super precise. And I mean super, super precise. Not like before, where if you make even just one mistake and all, you can still get back to it. This one, if you make one little mistake, you gotta start over. And it's a problem if you haven't done it before, because that means if you exit the level, for some reason you lose a life, which doesn't make sense. Also, like if you cleared the level already, if you click restart, you lose a life. Again, you know, I already discussed about this before, I just find it a bit weird personally, but even still. And that's what I mean by the slowdown. There is so much slowdown in this level. And it's annoying because when there's slowdown, your timer still goes at normal speed. So it kind of puts you off your gameplay a bit, trying to get the star and all. At least that's what I find anyway. But it's really weird how this one works. Basically, you got to try and get these Mini Marios to the top and all, and try not to get electrocuted. Brilliant. But as I was saying, it's a bit weird how you got to do this one. Jesus Christ. I have to be so precise and do live commentary. This is hard. Oh, for goodness sake, shut up. I know you're there, I know what I'm doing, will you just leave me alone? Jeez. The Mini Marios have no sympathy, they can't do anything for themselves. They're like the equivalent of Princess Peach. Wow, I'm ranting a lot in this episode. Being a bit cross, but oh well. Anyway, let's see if I can do it right this time. There we go. So basically, you got to watch out what you're doing here, and then hit the red switch, which then allows them to jump on the spring and all. It's really weird how the stage acts, let me just say. Because before I tried it other ways, but I just wasn't fast enough, and it wouldn't let me get the star for some reason. But hopefully I've got it after all that effort. I have 63 seconds, so hopefully that should be... No! Oh, seriously, I'm 200 points away. That's the thing. When you clear this level, you got to make sure your score hits 8,000. Or so say, yeah, sorry, 8,000. Because if it doesn't, you're not going to make it. Don't you dare fall off, guys. Please, not at a time like this. Anyway. Hopefully, can you make it? Yes, you can. Brilliant. Now get in the box and let's acquire that star. Yeah, this is what I'm like when I'm off camera. So, hopefully now... Yes! Brilliant! Now we have got the star. See, dead on. I didn't beat the high score, but I got the star, so I don't care. Let's just get on with the boss. God! And honestly, this boss acts really weird. Brilliant! Basically, in this one you have to get the bombs in order to hit Donkey Kong. And there is like some strategy to this, but all I can suggest is just keeping up a rally by keep hitting the switch in time and all, just to keep up like the pace and all. At least that's what I do, and I seem to do it. Because honestly, I'm just taking my eyes off of where the bob-ombs going and just concentrating on hitting the switches in time. Because that's why I beat this boss anyway. You can have your own strategy if you want, but this is what I suggest if you want to get through this nice and easily. Because, well, it's not really the time that matters and all in these boss fights. It's mainly just trying to kill him without taking damage. And if you just memorise the pattern and all with the lasers and just hit the switches in time, you should do good. I mean, you saw right here, I'm just literally not paying attention to where the bob-omb's going at all. I'm just hitting the switches, and look, he's nearly already dead. Because I don't know, I just kept pressing the switches and all, and it killed him. See, look at that. First time. No problems, no nothing. Just keep an eye on the switches. That's all I can suggest.
All you, it's all you, baby.
But with that final boss done, that is it. I think that's pretty much the end of the game. And with that, we got the star as well. Brilliant way to end it off.
Come back here, you big monkey. Oh. Hey, come back here. Let's go.
Oh, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, Donkey Kong loses all of the mini Marios, and then Mario, Toad, and all the others just start laughing at him. What? Like I said, I swear sometimes Mario's the villain. Because honestly, I feel sorry for Donkey Kong doing that. I mean, he just lost all his mini Marios and then they just all just laugh at him and mock him. God! I don't know, it's all weird. But this final boss here is pretty hard actually for the first time and all. But after a while you get used to it. There'll be like different phases through here. Yes, this is one of those bosses where there's a lot of phases. And I know there's a lot of games and all where there's a bit of phases when it comes to beating the final bosses. Like Sonic Unleashed's final boss with Dark Gaia. Oh my god! How many phases did that one need? Wow. I didn't pay attention there at all. But seriously, you know, Dark Gaia's battle in Sonic Unleashed was just... oh god, so many phases. It wasn't a hard boss, but I was just like, when would it end? And I'm talking about the Wii and PS2 version, by the way, as I've never played the Xbox 360 or PS3 version. But even still. Anyway, enough of going on about other games. This final boss, there'll be a first phase where you have to free these toads and all, and once you free all of them, they'll then bring out this barrel that you have to hit Donkey Kong with. But let me just say, oh my god, when you free the toads and all, you have to rely on them to give you the barrel, and their speeds on trying to get the barrel change. So at one point they're fast, the next they're slow, the next they're just so long that you end up killing yourself. And it's really annoying, because look, they take a bit of a while that time. But all I can suggest on this bit is, if they're running a bit late, duck at the thing. I'll go on that a bit later. When you... What? I was just about to say something. Oh my god, jeez. Look at the toad running away from the DK barrel. Never noticed that. Okay, there we go. I hit him that time. But basically, there's like a strategy to this and all. If you just duck here, nothing will touch you. Like even the big barrels that try to hit you and all. So if the toads are taking a while trying to give you the barrel, as they usually do, you can just duck from there and you should be good and all. Also, don't worry about going up to the top, as you can hit him from the bottom as well. Oh my goodness me, really? The way Donkey Kong lands after you hit him is kind of painful if you ask me. But just look at that! You know, all this stuff going on, and I'd have to dodge all that while they bring the barrel. So I'm like, guys, any time now would be nice, and they just take forever giving me the barrel. I don't know why, at least that's what I find anyway. But that is the boss done. And that went horribly, but we got it all done now, so that's all good. We have now finished this game. Wait, seriously? That's the ending? That was a bit weird. All we see is just Donkey Kong fall down. What happens next? We wanna know. Oh well. But yeah. I collected all the stars in the throughout all the levels and all, and I guess that's the end of this LP. So I've had fun recording this actually. It's been really fun, even though some of the stars were hard to get, like World 4 3 and World 6. 5, I think it was, you know, the ones with the mini Mario's where you have to be even more precise. Ugh, God, I thought it could get worse, even still. But if you're looking to get this game, go for it. You can find it on the Game Boy Advance, and that's pretty much it. Unless Nintendo release it on the Wii U with their new Game Boy Advance Virtual Console system. A lot of people are actually saying they're confused of why it's on the Wii U instead of the 3DS. But honestly, I've got to say this. Look at the shape of the Wii U gamepad. It looks in the sort of the same shape as a Game Boy Advance, don't you think? I mean, 3DS is basically just a DS but 3D and all. So I'm alright actually with them putting it on Wii U and all. Not to mention it also be handy for capturing gameplay and all, since people won't have to rely on the Game Boy player for a GameCube or anything like that. But still.
Hey, Donkey Kong, are you okay? Yeah. Stop! Not again!
Oh, what? There's more? Oh, God. See you in part 13.